Hey, everybody, happy Friday. It is August 9th, and we are about halfway through the 100-day challenge. I can't believe it. It's been a lot of fun, and we got a lot more to go. And today we have one of our new honorees. She's part of the class of 2024, and she also teaches people like me to do what I do, and that's speak from stage. Hey, Dannella, are you out there?
So excited to be here, Tigo.
So excited to have you. And we have to, just take a little homage because you and I are humongous Lucille Ball fans. And every time I talk with you, she's sitting over your corner and I'm so jealous. I
Yeah,
am
I
so
love that
jealous.
painting, painted by an incredible artist here in the Atlanta area. But yeah, Lucille Ball's been a muse of mine since very early growing up as a redhead. She was that first redhead that I saw who was funny and sexy and really the leading lady, which often the redheads in the past have not been. But later
Right.
come to find out she's an incredible entrepreneur, an incredible businesswoman, and in fact many of the sitcoms and the way that we consume television today really was launched by things that she did. So she's quite a mentor, if you will, but quite a woman to emulate.
Absolutely. It's like there wouldn't be Star Trek if it wasn't for Lucille Ball. There wouldn't be three camera shoots if it wasn't for Desi and Lucy. It amazes, especially the field that I'm in media and tech. I imagine, if she was here with AI and everything that's going on right now, wow, what she could have done. Because she did all this in the 50s, you know, in the 60s. And now it's like technology is insane and so many more women are taking the front seat, taking the stage, and that's your specialty, is helping us get ready to do just that. What got you into speaking and then get and also training people to speak?
Well, it started with events. And my other woman that I have looked up to really launched me was Julia Child. I found Julia Child on TV when I was 9 and went the route of culinary arts and food service management and catered for many years. And that got me into the event space about 40 years ago, predominantly in personal events and then corporate events and nonprofit events and eventually doing some work even with municipalities. And I've done events from 25 to 250,000 people. But when I went to my own first personal development event in about 2006, to me, it was just the culmination of everything. The speaker and expert events that we have in personal development and in coaching and in support of others in entrepreneurship really to me had everything: the engagement of a personal event, the cause, the impact of a nonprofit event, the money, the income of a corporate event, and some of the flair and personality of a festival or a concert. So for me, it was bringing everything together. So I started working more and more in that space. And from my back right corner of the room, I realized that the way I was growing my business through networking and referrals needed to step up and do what my clients were doing, which was getting clients from the stage. It was taking the stage because we always pay attention to who's holding the mic. I saw that they were able to control their cash flow from their
Yep.
calendar when they got on stages, when they hosted their own events. And so I stepped up to the stage myself in 2017. Then we started working with more event hosts and more speakers. And by 2019, we had launched Speakers Need to Speak to help more speakers get on stages and do so profitably and impactfully.
You know what's interesting? You mentioned Julia Childs. And again, if she was here now with everything that's going on right now, there's a lot of people out there that want to speak, that want to be in the front of the stage. They want to be authors. They want to do everything that we're doing every day. And they stop themselves because they feel like they're too young, they're too old, they're too tall, their voice isn't right, blah, 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 blah. But the two women, these legends that we just talked about, didn't fit in anybody's normal mold, and they took the stage, whatever that was, and said, I'm going for it. What do you say to women or people that are stopping themselves because they're just too hard on themselves?
Well, there are one, get over yourself. There are people out there who are waiting for you. And, if you have, Jay Abraham says, if you have services for others, and I'm paraphrasing, he says it so eloquently, but, if you have ways to help other people, if you can solve a problem for someone else, you have a moral obligation to tell them about it. So if you're an expert, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are a problem solver for other people, you have a moral obligation to help them. There are people staring at the ceiling at 3 o'clock in the morning with real problems with relationships, with money, with their self esteem, with their businesses, with their communities, with their mental health, their physical health, and they're looking for solutions. So if you have a solution for them, get over yourself and get on the stage so that they can find you. The stage is the way that you bring visibility to you and your expertise. And today, the word stage it's taken on a little bit of a different meaning. It
Yeah.
used to only be the stages that you would step onto, a live event where you would step onto the stage. And of course, today a stage might be a podcast. It might be a social media live. It might be an interview like we're doing here or a live stream. It might be stepping onto a stage, virtual or in person or hybrid. And so it might even be TV or radio. So I like to also call them visibility opportunities because it's
Hmm.
taking the stage, it's being the one that's sharing information, and then reaching out to those that you're meant to serve and that you can support.
In a way, you're really still a chef. Instead of making food recipes, you're making perfect recipes for the right person. I love watching you and watch you on stage because you find what that perfect recipe is for that certain person. And some people are great for live stages and they're terrified of doing what you and I are doing. And
Right,
some people are like, oh my goodness, I don't know who's watching. I need to be in front of people and look at eyeballs.
right.
Exactly what is, speakers need to speak. What is, you have different programs and all that. Can you just kind of give us an overview, Chef?
Yeah. So we're really that get it done part of the process. So we work with a lot of amazing speaking coaches. I don't focus as much on the words you're going to say from the stage. This is the getting it done part of the process. You've got to get stages, get visibility, fill your calendar, and you've got to know how to monetize those opportunities. Are you getting paid before, during, or after taking the stage? All of that requires some preparation, some positioning, some preparation to be profitable. So you've got to understand the different types of opportunities and know what's right for you right now. So we work with amazing speaking coaches, and we're that next step, or business coaches that tell you it's time to take your message out to the masses.
Hmm.
So we provide leads, resources, guaranteed gigs, training, and coaching on the making money from the stage and the ongoing part of the process. And then many of our speaker clients become event clients because most speakers, a gig is speaking on someone else's stage. Then your own gig is your own event, whether it's a webinar or a masterclass, a workshop, a 1 day event, a summit, a 3 day event, a live in person event, a pre recorded virtual event. All of these events have a place in your business. So we serve you getting on other stages as well as hosting your own stage.
Can we touch on something real quick? Because you said it, getting paid after the event. There's so many people that will stop and say, well, if I can't get paid to step on that particular stage, I'm not going. But they don't realize that, Facebook ads are not working the way they used to. Instagram is getting more and more expensive. And you need to be able to touch and connect with these people in a massive way so they know who the heck you are, because they're not just going to come and buy from you because you said to buy from you.
Right.
How important is it to get out of your own way and stop worrying about the little paycheck up front and focus on the big picture?
Ah, it's so critical. And honestly, I think as a speaker today, You need to be prepared to get paid before, during, or after. When you find an opportunity, I think it all starts with the audience. If your right fit audience, and that's an audience that's rich with potential clients for you, if that audience is available, then you take a look at the opportunity. And some opportunities you are going to get paid first. It's going to be a keynote talk or a corporate training or a corporate workshop or something for a nonprofit, usually, or maybe in the educational space. Getting paid before is great. I call that bird in hand money. But
Mm-hmm.
that is very transactional and frequently non promotional. In fact, I was paid during COVID. The United Way hired me to do a training for 17 nonprofits on how they could take their in person annual galas and fundraisers and dinners and art auctions and their big annual event. How could they take that virtual? Because, of course, without those donations and that big annual event, many nonprofits wouldn't have the funds they need for the following year to survive. So they paid me to speak to their 17 clients. I was not allowed to promote at all. I
Mm.
took the money, they paid me well to put together that workshop. But typically, if you're getting paid before, you're not going to get paid to do your own marketing. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to take a look at what that value is. Then there's getting paid during, and that's speak to sell. You're making a direct offer to the people who are in front of you, telling them exactly what you offer, what the price is, and you're inviting them to take out their credit card and do business with you while you're on the stage. And that can be very lucrative. Some of my most lucrative hours in business have been selling from the stage and saying, go ahead, take your credit card out, fill out this form, click this URL, here's a QR code. I know the problem that you have, and here is a solution, and here's the price to this right here, right now. That's fantastic, except you usually have to pay for that opportunity. You're
Right.
marketing on someone else's stage. So you might pay a
And there's a
sponsorship
skill
fee.
to that. Don't mean to
And there's
interrupt you, but there's a skill to that. You can't just walk up on a stage, say, "Hey, I'm Bob and I'm the best person to teach you how to paint your house. Give me 500 bucks and I'll show you." Because people will go, "Yeah, okay, Bob, no."
right.
There's an absolute skill to being able to stand on that stage, know exactly what rhythm to be in and make the connection with the audience. It's not, what we used to call cattle calling at
You,
expos where you're just yelling, "Hey, over here, 2 for 1." That's not what it is. And is that something that you also teach? Is that skill to be able to do that?
Yeah, we definitely touch on that. And because one of the things that's so funny that you should say that is a lot of people think that when you're selling from the stage, you're just making one offer and you're blanketing that over everyone in front of you. The
Mm-hmm.
reality is you're speaking an individual conversation with everyone in the room. So you want to have had enough individual sales conversations that you understand what objectives people are having in their mind when you're in the room, because they're having it without you while you're on the stage. So you want to make sure you're answering their questions, that you're showing them the value in what you're offering to them. Excuse me, my dog's getting excited about something. If you could hear her, sorry about that. But yes, selling from the stage, very lucrative. But the most common opportunity today is going to be selling after. When
Yes.
you speak to people, when you share a little bit and you invite them into furthering the conversation into your content, into your programs and your products and your services. And you might offer a lead magnet, you might offer a calendar conversation, you might offer joining your Facebook group or some other way of continuing the conversation with you.
Absolutely. And I know I got to let you get out of here. You have a super busy schedule and it's Friday. Your weekends are slammed. But I got to ask you, you're part of the class of 2024. We're going to honor you in just a couple of months. Somewhere near Lucy will be a Now Honor. How are you
Right.
feeling about being a part of the Now and the Power of Pink?
I am so excited for this. I love any opportunity to collaborate and be in the presence of incredible women who are doing amazing things. So, love the guys as well. But, when women band together and when women collaborate, like things get done. And I don't know if this statistic is exactly true. I've heard it several years ago, but I
Okay.
do believe that it's probably very close. When women make money, when women step into the conversation, 80% of the benefits of those programs, products, and services go back into communities, go back into serving. And so when women get together, like things happen. The ripple effect of women doing better in business, women impacting more people, women making more income is just exponential. So excited to be a part of the event, honored to be recognized at this event, and I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to honoring you. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait till you're inducted into the class of 24. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And yeah, we got to share more stages together. So we need to put our heads together because I always have a blast when we talk to each other.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tigo. You're doing amazing work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day and pet the puppy for me. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I know I did. I want you to come back next time. And if you want to know how to get in touch with Dannella and how to get on stages and all of that, go to tigodirect.com, type in her name and say, hey, I saw you in a 100-day challenge. How do I get involved? How do I become part of your program? How do I get on stages? Or how do I get more people in my audience for my stage? All right. I'm Tigo, and I'll talk to you next time.